Well, with the pandemic, we're going to see a significant downturn in the economy and probably in the budget. One of the things we definitely need to do is support all the small businesses that we can. Try to keep taxes low, property taxes low, fees low, permits streamlined if possible, and maybe even possible tax abatements for those small businesses. They do provide so many of the jobs that we have here in the community. As far as the budget goes, we definitely may have to streamline the budgetary process, or the budgetary process is very open and transparent. But we definitely may have to look at some departmental even streamlining. There definitely may be some issues with, we're not sure exactly where that's going to leave the budget, but it definitely could need to be streamlined as far as that goes. And as far as COVID goes itself, the best thing we can do is have partnerships with local hospitals, the university, the health departments, with the state, as CDC guidelines and the rules and information coming from the state are going to be ever changing, and the more we can do that, the better.
So this is something that I absolutely, we have not seen the end of what COVID's done to our community, both in the health manifestation and the fiscal manifestation. And so we're heading into some hard times fiscally as a city, and we're going to have to make some hard choices. And so this isn't a really fun time to become or join council, because you're going to be the guy making tough calls. I think there was a void of communication within the city. I think we could have done more. I believe that one of the outlets is they put stuff on their social media, and so that social media is not viewed very much at all, and there's not multiple platforms, and it's not boosted out. And so to say, oh, well, we put it on our social media. Well, we didn't try hard enough to communicate the measures early enough, and we didn't do them in Spanish as well. So taking public signage approaches, putting old school forms of communication, because we still have constituency within our city that communicates in that level and are not tech savvy. And I'm probably one of the rare people that checks the city pages all day long, and there's like 14 of them. And so I'm clicking on them, but I'm an oddball. I'm not like everyday Joe citizen. So that method of communication, that public mass push to educate our constituency, I think there was a void of that, and I think I would do that on the health side. On the fiscal side, making sure that we advocate collectively to fight for funding in the future, grant fighting, and supporting our smaller guys. Because the upper echelon of our business community, they're savvy. They have attorneys, and they just say, hey, they call the attorney and they say, hey, Joe, hey, I heard there's a thing. And so they fire off those methods, but it's the little guy. It's the small guys in our community that need that collective force. And I do believe that small business is an essential heartbeat of our community and our identity. Whether it was Triple Crown that got crushed, or all our other places around town, that's what makes us special. That feeling, we all have their T-shirts, and we all love to wear them. We all need to support them when the times are tough.
I know that the city has taken kind of a more restrictive stance on this, and I believe that there needs to be restrictive measures as far as prohibiting large gatherings, as far as requiring masks and things of that nature. We have to make sure we're safe, especially when it comes to the most vulnerable, but we also have to make sure that we're protecting the local business. So many people say here that the local businesses are what makes San Marcos vibrant and beautiful, and it's true, they do make that. But at the same time, I feel like we've also seen inadequate action from council to really support those kind of conversations. And I really think that if we actually took a more proactive approach as to supporting not only residents but small local business, that we can make sure that they actually stay open, they don't shut down, they're not on the brink of being closed down, and people aren't on the brink of losing their homes. So I think a big first step that City Council could have taken, which unfortunately they passed the budget and the tax rate increased, but I really believe in property tax relief. So we could have decreased the tax rate. The school board did it, Hays County did it. I don't see why San Marcos could have done it. Yes, I would include cutting non-essential services. I really feel like we could have done so on many efforts and in many parts of the spectrum, which I don't think we did, but that's something that I definitely feel like we should offer to not only residents but business owners, is property tax relief. As far as economic stability, kind of go into that too. We just need to make sure that we're supporting small businesses in every avenue that we can, and make sure that the chamber has kind of a part of it all. The greater SMPS or SM partnership has a part in it all, and we just make sure that we're really pushing residents to shop local and help small local businesses thrive.